You know, at the height of the big COVID scare, this was at the height of our event season. Right before the big shutdown, we had our largest event, the state basketball tournament. And literally a week later, we were shut down. Knowing this, and knowing that we're partners with the community and working with others, the Department of Health looked at our site as a perfect area for a drive-through testing for COVID. And so, you know, when a lot of people were shut down, we still had not shut down. We actually remained at work to support the drive-through. That was a good 2 to 3 months of service out here that was offered free to the community. And you know, the barn, the event barn, is a perfect location for that. It's 4 acres under one roof. And so when you have an operation of that size, this is the perfect area for it. So we were happy to support them. We've had other instances where we've helped them in the past and where we're helping them now even. So we were very fortunate here at the Burton Complex to not receive a lot of hurricane damage from Laura or Delta. So that gave us the ability to host events that we normally don't host, because a lot of the venues here in the lake area, like the Civic Center, the McNeese Arena, they got heavily damaged. So when the Civic Center had a problem with their arena and they couldn't host some of their big events, they came here. One example is the Monster Truck Show. We knew we were only having it one time this one year while the Civic Center was refurbished, but it was great that we could support them in that way. You know, another good example of this is the McNeese Arena, the McNeese sports program, and the university itself. Their new arena received some pretty substantial damage.
If it wouldn't been for Jason and his staff and for Burton, we literally would have had to relocate both of our basketballs for the entire season, because there was nowhere in town for us to play. Our new arena, now the Legacy Center, it was literally demolished. And you know, we talked to Jason, and they opened their arms and welcomed us home again and welcomed us back. And it was a phenomenal experience, especially when you go through a really hard time. They put my mind at ease, and without Jason and his staff and without Burton Coliseum, Cowboys and Cowgirls would have never played 1 minute of basketball at home or in Lake Charles. And it was so huge for us as our community was rebuilding. I felt, you know, we were the first sport to play, because all the fall sports, because of COVID, got pushed to the spring. So the basketballs were the first sport that was going to play. And I knew in my heart that somehow, some way, we needed to find a place to play to help, you know, give our community something to rally around. So Burton didn't just help McNeese athletics and McNeese basketball. It helped this community in Southwest Louisiana. I know I speak for everyone in this community that, you know, we can never repay Burton enough.
The other part that we did with McNeese was their graduation program. We did some smaller events, but you know, those 2 programs were very big, and we were able to step in and help our community in that way. Especially when you're talking about a commencement and graduation. Think about how many people work so hard for that day, and the fact that we could offer them that opportunity was something that made all of us proud. But we're all a big community partner. This is the way Burton is. We've always been this way. If we can help you out, we will. And thankfully, that's sort of the tone of the other venues too. We continue to support people when we can, or support this community when we can. And that's exactly what we're doing now. We're a site for an infusion clinic with the Department of Health. That's on one parking lot in a big tent. The other parking lot that we have here on site, we have about 280 cars. It's actually a parking site for 2 businesses in the area who are working on recovery efforts from Hurricane Ida. They brought in a lot of people from all over the country to help work this, and one of the parking lots they're using is ours. We have those 2 things going on, and thankfully with COVID sort of winding down right now, we actually are able to have events. And so while all of these things happen, we have events that are taking place, just like the one that's behind me. I mean, we're set up for a CCA banquet. Last week we had a big Delta banquet, Delta waterfowl banquet. So we're back in the business of events, but we really never left the business of helping the community.